This is WVUA 23 News at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Giselle Hood. An electric day for Bama fans as the Tide took on Auburn in Jordan-Hare Stadium. And WVUA 23's Alex Booth is here to tell us all about it. Alex, that game was unbelievable.
Yeah, Giselle, it was an instant classic game at Jordan-Hare Stadium. The 88th edition of the Iron Bowl was a great one. Alabama pulled out a 27-24 win over the Tigers thanks to a 4th and goal 31-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Milroe to his receiver Isaiah Bond in the back corner of the end zone, gave Alabama the lead with 32 seconds left in the game. The Crimson Tide's final drive was set up by a muffed punt by Tigers punt returner Corey Moore and recovered by Jahad Campbell. Jalen Milroe was terrific today for the Crimson Tide. The Alabama quarterback accounted for 259 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns, along with 107 yards on the ground, as the Auburn defense really struggled to contain the mobile quarterback. The Crimson Tide defense struggled at times with Auburn's run game, but came up with critical stops at the right time to pull out the win for the Crimson Tide. Well, WVUA 23 Sports Assistant Director Stu McCann was in Jordan-Hare today and has more on the Crimson Tide's crazy win.
A little cold for football weather because football is all anyone can talk about right now. And Alex Booth is here to give us more on the game today. Hey, Alex.
Yeah, thank you, Giselle. It was another amazing Saturday of college football, highlighted by the Iron Bowl. More on Alabama's 4th and 31 victory over the Auburn Tigers at Jordan-Hare Stadium. That's straight ahead on WVUA 23 Sports.
That's all it is. But there's a lot of airspace to cover for Milroe. Still looking. Firing. Near corner. It's caught! Touchdown, Alabama! Isaiah Bond! On a 4th and a mile!
And good evening, I'm Alex Booth. Well, the greatest rivalry in college football took place at Jordan-Hare Stadium today, and the Crimson Tide pulled out an incredible victory in the final seconds of the game. Alabama looking for its 4th straight win over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. The Crimson Tide would strike first on a Roydell Williams 2-yard touchdown run right up the middle that gives Alabama a 7-0 lead early. However, Auburn would come back to even up the score. A Damari Alston 4-yard touchdown run would even the score at 7 apiece for the Tigers. Less than 2 minutes left in the first half. Alabama quarterback Jalen Milroe is going to take the snap, and he's going to drop back, and he's going to find a wide-open Jermaine Burton deep down the sideline, and Burton's going to take it all the way to the house for a 68-yard touchdown. Alabama leads at the half 17-14. Second half action. Tide trail 24-20 with 5 minutes left to go. Auburn's punt returner Corey Moore muffs the punt, and Alabama linebacker Jahad Campbell is there for the recovery. Crimson Tide football on 2nd and goal. The snap comes, but Milroe isn't ready. The ball rolls all the way back to the 31-yard line before Milroe's able to fall on it. That leads us to 4th and goal from the 31. Ball game on the line. Milroe drops back to pass and has all day before firing a pass to the back of the end zone and finds Isaiah Bond, who comes down with an incredible catch to win the game for Alabama with 32 seconds to go. Auburn would have no response to the Bond touchdown, and Alabama wins the Iron Bowl 27-24. After the game, Alabama head coach Nick Saban said the team made the necessary plays to win the game.
I guess if you're in this long enough, sometimes it goes against you in the last play of the game, and sometimes you're fortunate and it goes for you. And our players really stepped up, got a couple stops when we needed to on defense, which we didn't play great all day, but we got stops when we needed to, and offense put some drives together, and we overcame adversity. You know, bad snap when we got an opportunity to score, and then we make a great play on 4th down.
Well, the players will certainly remember this Iron Bowl for the rest of their lives. WVUA 23 sports reporter Drew Pavon was at Jordan-Hare Stadium and has more on an incredible win for the Tide.
Thank you, Alex. An absolute exclamation point victory here in Auburn for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Jalen Milroe, sprinkle a little Milroe magic there at the end of the game, hitting Isaiah Bond on a 4th and 31 miracle touchdown with just seconds to go to win the Iron Bowl, taking home his first win as the starting quarterback for Alabama in this game, and Nick Saban's 4th consecutive win against Auburn, something they haven't done in nearly 40 years. An impeccable win, an amazing night.
It was all about reading what they gave. The biggest thing was the line gave protection. So I just tried to take time as much as possible and read what they gave, and then at the end of the day, just execute.
Nick Saban said that's a play they mock up every week in practice. 4th and 31, Isaiah Bond after the game called it the gravedigger play. Scooped Crimson Tide right out of the grave and put them into the victory circle.
We're going to put them in the grave after that game because it's normally at the end of the game, gravedigger put in the sleep type play. Just knowing I just helped my teammates out to another win is also great. Alabama program history, you know, Auburn, Alabama game, it's a big game in the state of Alabama. So just know I was able to go out there and make a play for our team and win. It's a great feeling.
10 years ago on this very field, the kick six happened. 2023, it's a different story for Alabama. They've put their mark on this game, and it's one of the best in Iron Bowl history. 4th and 31, Milroe to Bond. It's one for the record books, and now the Crimson Tide have to look ahead to next week to Atlanta to face the Georgia Bulldogs. Local in Auburn, Drew Pavon, WVUA 23 Sports.
Meanwhile, on the Auburn side, head coach Hugh Freeze said the Tigers fought hard but did not execute well enough in critical moments of the game.
We didn't play good enough in the critical moments. Had a turnover with probably 3 minutes to go or 4 minutes to go, and then obviously didn't execute 4th and whatever it was there. And then it really came down to those few plays in a game like this. But man, it's a lot of hurt in that locker room, and it stinks.
The 5th-ranked Florida State Seminoles visited the Swamp tonight. We go to the second quarter, no score. Florida strikes first with a 5-yard run by Montrell Johnson Jr. for the touchdown. PAT's good, puts the Gators up 7-0. Second quarter, 12-0 Florida. Right before half, FSU's Trey Benson runs in a 1-yard touchdown to get on the board. PAT good, 12-7 Florida. However, the Florida State Seminoles would rally to a 24-15 victory against the Gators. We move to Atlanta as the Georgia Bulldogs make a quick trip up to Atlanta to take on the Yellow Jackets today. First quarter, Georgia Tech quarterback Haynes King has a 9-yard touchdown run to put the Yellow Jackets up 7-0 early. However, UGA quarterback Carson Beck with this 29-yard touchdown pass to Dominic Lovett ties the game at 7. Georgia goes on to defeat Georgia Tech on the road 31-23. Now it's time to check in on our remaining scores from around the SEC. LSU comes back to defeat Texas A&M at home 42-30. Kentucky picks up a huge road win over number 10 Louisville 38-31. Tennessee picks up a home win over Vanderbilt 48-24. And South Carolina falls at home to Clemson 16-7. Well, Alabama men's basketball faced Oregon in Game 2 of the Emerald Coast Classic. Looking to bounce back from a loss to Ohio State, Mark Sears and Aaron Estrada were terrific today for the Tide. Sears scored a team-high 27 points, while Estrada poured in 22 points himself. Rylan Griffin had a season-high 17 points. And Alabama bounced back to defeat the Oregon Ducks 99-91 to split their 2 games in Niceville, Florida. Alabama women's basketball playing Gonzaga after a huge win over number 20 Louisville yesterday. Crimson Tide down early, turns the ball over, but Laurel McQueen's there for the steal and lays it right back in. In the second half, Alabama gets their pass stolen in transition, allows Gonzaga to run in transition, and Ella Hopkins finds Kaylin Trong for this transition 3 for the Zags. Alabama trying to cut into that Gonzaga lead. Alea Nye would knock down a 3 to cut into that deficit. However, the Crimson Tide falls to Gonzaga 68-58. And Alabama volleyball was able to pick up their first SEC win today at Foster Auditorium in 4 sets over Texas A&M. Pretty great day for the Alabama Athletics.
All right, thanks, Alex. Stay with us. We'll be right back. I have been all over social media watching these Auburn fan reactions. They're too funny. What do you think about that, Alex?
Yeah, it was just an exciting win for the Crimson Tide down on the place today. An incredible game. And next up, probably Alabama's toughest test of the season, Georgia in Atlanta.
How's our weather looking going into next
so
week?
some rain chances to talk about tomorrow. Amounts will be less than a quarter inch, and then it's a lot of sunshine and cooler weather for the beginning of our week. Next rain chance would be on Friday.
Love it. Looking chilly. All right, well, that's our report for tonight. Thanks for watching. We always have updates on our website and social media. Have a great night.